This week on Beacon Web News, we meet with the Tiny House Manufacturing Company in North Adams. Then, we hang out with the hounds at the Museum of Dog, and we check out MCLA's NEXXUS performance. We also talk to Students for Sensible Drug Policy for this week's club feature. That's coming up next on Beacon Web News.
Guys, I hit the restore button, right?
Yeah, sure.
Ugh, I'm so hungry.
Hall, where many people are.
Can I ask you a question? Guys, I have to ask you a question.
Are you kidding me? Esta bendita vaina siempre me pasa a mí. ¿Por qué siempre me está pasando a mí?
Hello and welcome to the March 28th episode of Beacon Web News. First, let's check in with Andrew Strout for a sneak peek at this week's weather.
Thanks, Sam. I hope you've been enjoying the past few warm days because it's going to be snowing again this weekend. I'll be back soon with a full 7-day forecast.
We'll catch up with Andrew later for the rest of the weather. Today, Wednesday the 28th, the Women's Center and Health Services are teaming up for Health Insurance 101 at 3 p.m. in Campus Center, room 323. Students can come and be part of an informative conversation about health insurance. Coffee, tea, and cocoa will be provided. If you or someone you know is interested in charity work, SAC is now accepting donations for a great cause. Michael Scott's Dunder Mifflin Scranton Meredith Palmer Memorial Celebrity Rabies Awareness Pro-Am Fun Run Race for the Cure. Donations will be accepted up until April 31st. For more information, you can call 605-475-6959. This week, Maggie Allen visited B&B Micro Manufacturing in North Adams to learn more about the tiny house trend that is sweeping the nation.
The tiny house trend has been on the rise lately, and many people don't know that North Adams has their very own micro manufacturing company. B&B Tiny Houses are right in North Adams' backyard. B&B manager Katie Jackson gives insight to the rise in the tiny house trend.
Since 2008, when the housing bubble just totally crashed, people have been looking for creative ways to live. A lot of people who buy our tiny houses aren't living in them full time. They're either renting them out on Airbnb, they can go to campgrounds. A lot of people are just using them as weekend campers and traveling with them. Or they're being used as vacation houses.
He then explains the step you would have to take to create the tiny house of your dreams.
So what we would do is we have 10 different models on our website that we offer. So that person would look through those 10 models, see if there's anything that interests them. And then we will talk about what you need. So we customize every house. We build each house to order. So right now we can build 6 houses at a time. Each house takes depending on the house, it can take anywhere between 2 and 8 weeks to build.
Jackson talks about future plans to expand their facilities.
We're looking at expanding, definitely, and what we'd really like to do is get into building permanently affixed small homes, which don't have as many zoning regulations to get around.
Now the size of this house is a little too small for me, but it'll be perfect for you, Sam. One of the many owners of B&B Tiny Houses, Jason Koperniak, explains how he and his team fell into the tiny house community.
We started originally doing home remodels in Westchester County, New York, and we knew somebody that was building tiny houses in Florida and having them shipped up to the Northeast. So we thought we can do a more high quality product at a better price point, which we did. And since then we've built 74 units.
Koperniak echoed Jackson's thoughts on expanding the tiny house business.
We want to grow the business and continue down the path of ever improving and having higher quality products at lower price points.
Also explains the efficiency of a tiny home.
What you're paying for is very efficient square footage. So in a house like I had owned that's larger, there's a lot of rooms that you may not even go in every week. And heating and cooling in the summer and the winter, has an expense. And, this day and age, we've seen a lot of, different generations, whether it's the baby boomers or millennials, are putting more money toward experiences rather than assets. We see a lot more trips and travel, and tiny homes allow for that mobile lifestyle.
Good things really do come in small packages. For Beacon Web News, I'm Maggie Allen.
Gallery 51 will be presenting Witness, a piece inspired by Sean Leonardo, on March 29th from 5 to 7 p.m. Featured drawings and videos from Leonardo explore the deaths of Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, and Sean Bell. The exhibition will include recent works from the artist and is open to the general public. If you have any questions, make sure to visit MCLA Gallery 51 events on Facebook. Also this Thursday, March 29th, be sure to check out the Recycling Fashion Show. This event is held by RPS and showcases the creative outfits of our environment. The show is from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Church Street Center. North Adams is no stranger to museums, and its newest edition, the Museum of Dog, is dedicated entirely to our canine companions. BWN's Karina Matera stopped by to peek at some pooches.
That's right, the rumors are true. The Museum of Dog has been unleashed in our very own North Adams. Located on Union Street, right across from Northern Berkshire Community Television Corporation headquarters, this museum features artwork of all kinds. The catch is that it has to be all dog-related. Fortunately, this museum is dog-friendly. Dogs of any shape and size are welcome in this cozy environment. The building that it's located in used to be a historic wallpaper and paint store. David York, the owner of the new place, has managed to let the tribute to dogs everywhere shine. He even included a small tribute to the old building with his own placement of wallpaper designs and paint buckets. After researching and visiting Mass Mocha, York decided that this little corner in the Berkshires would be an excellent location for this dog showcase. The landscape all around sparked his interest. He loved the mountains, the Hoosic River, and the valleys. The main goal for this audience of the museum wasn't only tourists, he wanted it to be a thriving place for locals as well. Make sure to mark a trip to this Museum of Dog in your calendar sometime soon. For Beacon Web News, I'm Karina Matera.
A showing of the documentary film Ask the Sexpert will be coming to Mass Mocha on Thursday, March 29th. Afterwards, there will be a Q&A with the director. The film follows Dr. Brittany Watson, a cult sex advice columnist in India, who gains popularity even though a third of India's states banned comprehensive sex education in school. Be sure to get tickets soon as seats are limited. MCLA's self-proclaimed hero, the Milkman, has recently been spotted drinking gallons of milk in various locations on campus. Supposedly, he is leading a protest against non-dairy milk options in the Quad on Friday, March 30th. He hopes to teach the community of the dangers of soy and almond milk, stating that they are unnatural abominations and that America has lost the ideals that once shaped the nation. Do you need a tutor? The deadline to sign up is March 30th. To request help, log into Microsoft Office 365 and select Request a Tutorial under the For Students link. You'll then be brought to a banner where you can enter your A number and PIN and complete the full form. The electric pop duo Sylvan Esso will be performing at Mass Mocha on Saturday, March 31st. The show starts at 8 p.m. with New York City-based opener Susie Analog. Tickets are $28 for students and advance and $35 at the door. For more information, you can visit massmocha.org. Last weekend, the MCLA alumni of NEXXUS took the stage at their 10th anniversary show. Matt Mears has more on the stomping sensation.
Keep up!
This year's NEXXUS Step Team show was a few steps above the rest. It was the culmination of the first 10 years of this MCLA organization, and they pulled out all the stops for a dynamic performance. There was stepping, comedy, and even some drumming, courtesy of some special guests. This wasn't any average show. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of the NEXXUS organization, the college invited NEXXUS alumni to join their former teammates on stage one more time. Current and former NEXXUS members shared their emotions after the show.
It took a lot of us to come together and bring the 10-year anniversary to one, and we're so happy that everybody came back to show how much NEXXUS has had impact on them while being at MCLA.
We've been working so hard on the show for weeks now, and just to have this kind of turnout, this many people show up and support, it's absolutely amazing.
Definitely enjoyed the show. Had to shake the rust off my knees, you know. It's been a long time since I've been back to MCLA, but it's always good to pay homage to what raised me. So
the show went really great, exceeded my expectations. I'm really proud, especially being the last year's president. To see the team still thriving and doing so well, it was just a great experience.
The show was stupendous. It was great. I had high expectations, but it set the bar over my expectations, so it was awesome.
The Stepping Through Our Roots show on Saturday was one part of an event-filled weekend for the team. They had a walk through memory lane welcome dinner on Friday and a goodbye brunch on Sunday. Alumni and current students alike really stepped up to pull off a great show. For Beacon Web News, I'm Matt Mears.
On Sunday, April 1st at 6:30 p.m., Common Folk is hosting a Night of Fools. Laugh at Madeline Gardner, Seth Brown, and Rick Conti as they clown around this April Fool's Day. The event will be held at 33 Main Street in North Adams. Admission is $10 at the door or $8 if you bring a snack. You can RSVP at boxoffice.commonfolk@gmail.com. SGA nomination papers are available and are due on Thursday, April 5th in Campus Center, room 316. If you want to make a change on campus, all positions are open for election. For more information, you can contact Samantha Giffen on Office 365. Now, let's get the rest of that local 7-day forecast with Andrew. Andrew?
We have a cloudy week ahead of us with cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 49 and a low of 35. On Thursday, the temperature is going to remain about the same with 60% chance of rain in the afternoon. That rain is going to pick up that night and go into Friday with occasional rain showers throughout the day. On Saturday, the rain will go away and be replaced by sunny skies and a high of 51 and a low of 34. On Sunday, that temperature is going to drop to a high of 45 and a low of 26 with a 50% chance of snow that evening. A mix of rain and snow will continue throughout Monday until Wednesday when we'll see you again. Luckily, with higher temperatures around the mid-40s, the snow won't stick around for long this time. This has been Andrew Strout with your full 7-day forecast.
Someday, we will enjoy spring. On Saturday, April 7th, Madeline Gardner and the Club Uglies are coming to the Pitcher's Mound. The show begins at 9:30 p.m. and the event is 21+, so make sure to bring an ID. If you want more information, make sure to visit the Pitcher's Mound's Facebook page. Coming up next week, I smell like deviled eggs. Peter! Honestly, I can't.
With so many changes to certain drug laws on the horizon for Massachusetts, MCLA looks to educate its students. And for this week's club feature, we check out SSDP. SSDP, or Students for Sensible Drug Policy, looks to educate students on various drugs, the impacts that they have, and how to prevent overdoses.
SSDP is an international organization all across the world and in the United States, and we advocate for change in drug policy. We want to end the war on drugs because it's not working, it's not effective at all, and we want to decriminalize and legalize and regulate all drugs.
Treasurer Meadow Vazine talks about the community outreach that the club has done.
We work a lot with Tapestry in downtown North Adams, which is a safe needle exchange, and they do a lot of, they do more than just that. They also do STD testing, stuff like that, and they've worked with us to do talks about harm reduction and to put on trainings, Narcan trainings for people in the community and on campus.
Secretary Preston Long explains that having a club like SSDP is crucial for college students especially.
SSDP helps educate everything and just about everything, and that's an education that everyone should have going into college. It's a very complex environment.
Event planner Daniel King talks about the negative stigma that is associated with drug usage.
We're taught in elementary school and high school that all these drugs are super bad, that anyone who does them is going to wind up poor, broke, homeless, like abusive, you know. But we're here to show that that's not necessarily the case, and there are ways to experience these drugs or ways to learn about these drugs that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to stigmatize them.
If you are interested to learn more, SSDP meets every Tuesday at 7 p.m. in Bowman 206. For Beacon Web News, I'm Julia Teixeira.
On Tuesday, April 10th, starting at 4 p.m., students can enjoy s'mores in the quad, courtesy of Aramark. Walk by on your way to or from class to take this treat on the road. That is it for this week's episode of Bacon Web News. To stay up to date, you can follow us on social media. As always, thank you for watching. Watch out for those April Fool's pranks, some of which may have started a little early. And we will see you next week.